Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. So, this video is gonna be another arc video, but this time it's not gonna be about the taming or whatever. It's gonna be about a specific cave that I hate. Now, there's other caves that I hate, and they're probably even worse than this cave that I'm about to talk about. But this cave is just out of this world, and it's different from the others, and I'm, of course, talking about Life's Labyrinth. Life's Labyrinth is a cave on Ark in Ragnarok. And this cave is like a temple dungeon thing. It's called a dungeon, really. And it's really, really difficult. There's a lot of puzzles you have to do. You have to do this under a certain time before this door closes. And it like the time limit runs out, you gotta kill yourself or something. And you have to go back. And there's bats everywhere. You have to bring lesser to go because, you know, mega rabies. And it's just like it's crazy. And this is supposed to be done barefoot. Now you can use like some glitches or something. I don't know, not glitches, but you can use cryopods, just make it 100 times easier. And if you want to really make it 100 times easier, then just use clanging picks. But you're not on a cluster, so just use cryopods or whatever. Grappling hooks do not work, so don't even think about it. So Life's Labyrinth is a cave on Ragnarok, as we already established, and I just got done beating this cave, the left side at least. The right side I already did as well, but that was off camera. So we're just going to talk about the left side because I actually have footage of that, and you can already see its footage right now. And it's crazy. I'm bringing my Philo with me. I have to make so many cuts because I have to pause the game, look at the video, pause the game, look at the video, or just stand still or whatever. And it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy that I did this first try, by the way. If I didn't save the world at the right time, then I could have been stuck in there and I had to do the cave all over again. So it's crazy that I actually did do the cave. So the first part of this, before you even do the cave, you're gonna need the following, like cryopods, definitely cryopods. You're gonna need like a dino or a person to sacrifice for this part of the cave. I just recommend a soldier pet will do, like a Archaeopteryx that will actually help you throughout the cave, and then once you get to the sacrifice, you won't really need it that much anymore, because that's literally like towards the end of the cave. You're also probably going to need some med brews, shotgun, bug repellent, and if you're on a cluster, definitely bring climbing picks. They will help you a lot. Now, unfortunately, I'm not on a cluster. I'm doing this all legitimately using my own materials on the Ragnarok world, so I'm not transporting anything. I'm just having a fresh start until I reach this point. Actually, no, just a fresh start. And then when I reach this point, I have to just use what I have, okay? So bring a shoulder pet or a dino or a person if you're really that crazy, and we shall begin. The first part of this cave is pretty simple, actually. There's these spikes, watch out, and there are these buttons. Now, you have to press these buttons in a certain order, or else I don't even know what the fuck will happen. Probably bats will spawn. I've never messed it up, I don't believe. I don't know what happens, but just press them in a certain order, and then you will follow directions, and then, you know, we can proceed on to the next step. You have to press these in a certain order. Now, this isn't going to be a tutorial. I want to make this clear. It is not a tutorial. It is just how I beat it and what I did. It's like a summary, kind of. So after you press these buttons in a certain order, it's in the order of Grata. The pressure doorway will open, and then I went over here, and this is the fire step. I don't like this step. I don't, okay? Every time I would fail on it before, now it's actually not that bad. So you basically just have to like press these buttons or whatever. Since I'm going on the left side, this determines which side you're gonna go. Are you gonna the left side or the right side? I went to go to the left side, and then I went to get some scuba gear, stuff like that. So yeah, so then after I went through there, there's this really weird area. It's like a hallway sort of thing. You basically just have to go through the hallway. I recommend run as fast as you fucking can, because there's gonna be bolas, I believe, or something, and you don't want to get that on you. And then these dinos will spawn on you. You gotta press this button. You gotta go over here to this hallway, and then after that, you go to this point where it's like, all right, things are starting to get difficult, because you have to press this button, and then this time limit door will open. I just glided with the Archaeopteryx big brain woman, and then I pressed the button, went back. I did take a little bit of damage, but it's whatever. The next part is pretty damn difficult, okay? This is all a time limit. everything about this is a time limit. The second you press that button, it's going to trigger a time limit. Press this button. So you basically have to just press all these buttons, right to left, whatever, left to right, right to left. Go back, press 2 more buttons, go all the way to a room that just opened up, and if you miss the time limit, yep, it's over. It's basically over, really. The door shuts and you get locked out. Unfortunately, that did happen. That did not happen. Sorry. And then you had to press this button. I went through the hallway, and then we're at this point where it's like, okay, you have to kill these things, and now it's actually pretty easy now. You just have to, there's like these spikes, pillars things, and you gotta go through them, and I went through them just like that, and it's not, then you realize it's not really that hard. It's not a hard cave. It's a pretty easy cave after the time limits and stuff like that. So then after you go through the pillars, I just use my Thyla because it can jump and stuff like that. After you do that, you finally come to the sacrifice room. So in this point, you have to sacrifice a dino. You have sacrificed your Archaeopteryx, or you gotta sacrifice. I sacrificed my Archaeopteryx, and then I went to the next room, which is just a really dark room. By the way, you cannot complete this on a dino. I just went through the room with my shotgun, and then bada boom, bada bing. The last part of this cave is pretty damn difficult, if you don't have a dino, okay? It just doesn't even make it a cave. It's just doing everything it can just to get you to die. There's these rounds of spirit wolves and spirit bears that come at you, and there's the artifacts. You gotta calm the spirits to, you know, get the artifacts, and then you're out of there. I also forgot to mention, yes, you do get the Skylord after the, I believe it's like the pillar part. And then after this point, you just kill the waves, and then they're gone. That's it. You're done with the cave, you just go down this water, you get out of the cave, and bada bing, bada boom. So this is probably going to be like a review I'm going to do on all caves, probably. Maybe, like, for, like, the more simple caves, I'll clump up all the simple caves and then just do it like that, something like that. So, yeah, that's it, really. I'm gonna give, like, every cave I rate, like, a rating on how good it is, based on its difficulty, based on how fun it is, and just based on how much stuff you really need for the cave, because they just make it unfair. Okay, I'm gonna give it a total of a B minus. Okay, I thought this cave was gonna be horrible, like honestly, just the worst cave in the world. Apparently, it's not the worst cave. I don't think it is the worst cave. It's far from the worst cave. Do I think it's fun? I don't think it's fun. On some occasions, I do not. I think it's fun, and you should not do this on co-op. It is way harder in co-op. The more people you have, the more hellish it's going to be because of that fire room. It's just that fire room, but just don't do this on co-op, okay? Maybe up to three players will do you, but if you do more, it's just over, really. So that's the artifact of the Skylord, clever, massive, and devious. That's Life's Labyrinth. It is a very, very, very weird cave, but it tried to do something new. It just didn't work the way that I wanted it to. I mean, it did work in its own way, but I feel like some aspects of the cave could have been improved. It's like for example, the boss fight at the end, like, is that really necessary for a cave? It's a cave. It's not like some mini boss fight bullshit. I don't understand. So yeah, that's the cave. It really depends, like, what you have in this cave, but you should definitely get a shotgun with the flashlight. Always helps you out, especially when you don't have gamma on. If you don't have gamma on, it's over, really. It's actually just over. Don't get night vision goggles or torches. That's stupid. Get a shotgun with the flashlight. It will help you a lot. Anyways, that's Life's Labyrinth. It gets a B minus as a rating. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.